right, guys. So this is a quick little impromptu video because I just read this comment that somebody left me on YouTube and I relate to this comment in so many ways. So I'm going to read this to you guys, addressing a couple of things as they get mentioned as well. So Mr. Gwen69 just mentioned, bro, why does Strange Matter Studios insist on changing item names for no reason? Now, I just want to say I'm pretty sure there is a reason. Now, my speculation is that they have placeholder art to put into the game to finish putting art to all the items, and then they realize, hey, this picture has nothing to do with that item, so let's change the item so it kind of makes sense with a picture. I'm thinking that's the mindset that they're going for, not realizing how it's affecting not just the community, but the content creators. But I'm going to keep reading here. Considering they leave new players in the dark about how to build any of the characters, then they rely on the content creators to explain way more of the game's mechanic than is acceptable. They have nothing to gain from lateral movement and making unnecessary changes when that time could be better allocated. The items on their site aren't even updated to reflect the recent patch. And this is literally the patch that just got announced a few seconds ago. What was that patch? Let me see here. News, patch notes. 0.62. 0.62. Man, 0.62. So the video for that just got released yesterday, guys. If you guys have already seen that video, awesome. If you haven't, go check it out so you can hear my thoughts on the whole patch update. But considering that the moment that this got posted, which is October 2nd, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the website has still not been updated to match the patch. But let's just keep that in mind moving forward. Now, I want this game to be as good as it can be. And it's frustrating to see them aim the gun at this game's foot and pull the trigger while maintaining eye contact with us. I know I could do better, but I know they can. I know I couldn't do better, but I know that they can. And that's what's getting to me the most. You can't make a game with the amount of complexity and minutia as Paragon with none of the player support and community outreach. It's one thing to not teach your player base, but it's another to obsolete everyone else's attempt to do so. And that's a very valid statement right there. The fact that every single, and I mean every single build video that I've made trying to educate the community, trying to help right now is invalid. The item names are not the same. The item stats aren't even remotely close because of all these changes going on, and changes are expected. That's fine. Adjustment, balances, that's perfectly fine to be expected. Like, if anything, I'll make a new video if the item changes enough to where it drastically affects a build and an item is no longer recommended or anything. But when you completely make it obsolete to the point that people will now look at my video and be like, well, that makes zero fucking sense. Those items are like not even in the fucking game. I don't know what to build. Like, you're literally making it go to scratch, which of course I'm going to make new videos about this, but it's one of those things that, yo, like, what am I going to make a video for if these are placeholder art items, placeholder names for you guys to change everything in a week or two? Like, I don't think they realize that just because they want to finish adding art, they're low-key kind of fucking up the learning curve of everybody. Like, hell, experienced players are now going to be like, okay, so I used to play spring first item. What's the new fucking spring? I don't even, like, I just read the patch update. I made a video on it, and I'm like, shit, I don't know what the new spring item is, the one that gives you attack speed. Let me go through the item shop and try to find it. Like, it's almost like taking one step forward and 3 steps back just to make it look better. You feel me? Like, I don't want to say I'm triggered, but I low-key feel that way. Not gonna lie to you. But if anything, let's go ahead and continue here. If they don't work at a solid foundation and allocate time at fixing the most crucial components of this game, I fear that the snowball will melt. And they're referring to the snowball as the momentum that's being built up around this game is slowly melting by not addressing some of the core things or the essential things that the community feels it needs addressed first. So I get what he's saying there. Now he says, I don't want that. I'm constantly rooting for Strange Matter Studios and constantly feel the twisting in my stomach when they make changes that are obviously going to hurt their numbers and retention. I was good at Paragon. It was probably my best game. And the fact that I had virtually no fucking clue how to play the first time I dropped into a match of Fault is crazy. If a veteran of the game from which one's bones came struggles at the start with their item system and favor, how do they expect a new player to not give the forever quit after they spend 30 minutes having no clue how to play the game as they get called dog shit in the chat? I don't know what they did with matchmaking either, but now I can't get a match. And that's not a hyperbole, not like, oh, it's taking forever. It's literally won't put me in a match. Even on the server, it's auto selecting. Most of 2020 already sucks. I don't want this game to. And quite frankly, I don't make individual videos about a single post, but this post is quite frankly so well said and it hits a lot of key points that I honestly felt like I had to give it its own time. I want to hear in the comments below, what did you guys think about this post? Do you agree with what Mr. Gwen69 is saying? Do you disagree? Please, let's have a debate down there, because I'm trying to make sure that all our voices get heard so that changes can get done. Because at the end of the day, it's easy to send a message and that shit to get buried in a plethora of different messages. But if I can help you guys and have your voices be heard, I guarantee you I'm gonna do my best to do so. So thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, till the next video.